is we've set ourselves a target of actually training 500 therapists across the UK to be able to welcome people with cancer.
I think you can do everything better in a business. I don't think anyone who says that they can do everything perfectly is wrong. Do you know earlier when I said you can't stop time? It looks like I can.
So I could have waffled on for hours. Some bits can be frustrating, but I wake up every morning, leap out of bed and think, yes. Otherwise, what's the point of running a business?
There isn't.
Nah.
Also, Wolverine is also my hero.
Okay. I've got bright. Right.
You ready?
Ready for this?
Do it.
You go first.
Cool. What characteristics do you value the most in your team? 1 minute.
1 minute. They've got to be highly innovative, because if you're in a small business, you haven't got a lot of cash, so you need to be innovative. And I think when you haven't got lots of money, that helps you really focus on being a bit clever and bright. And smaller companies can be a bit more agile. So definitely innovation. Authenticity. I don't like people who lie. I don't like people who are fake, really. So authenticity is a big thing for us in the business. So I like a good, healthy dollop of honesty. And then the other trait is to be supportive. And I guess that fits in a bit with authenticity, because if you're authentic, you're going to be authentically supportive of people, but be open and honest. So honesty, authenticity, supportive.
Cool, excellent.
Brace yourself. Describe your biggest triumph as a business owner.
I suppose there's been lots of different triumphs, and I think they change as you kind of go along as a company. When it was just two of us, when we first moved into a different office, that was a massive triumph. When we took our first employee, that was a big triumph. They all felt as significant as some of the bigger things that we've done. We work with some large companies, multinational companies. So kind of when we first got a big kind of Danone or big multinational like that, it was a great triumph. But I took as much joy in that as I did when we first took a first employee on, or we would first be able to give someone a bonus. Things like that. There's so many great things from owning a business, and I suppose that's why we do it.
Good answer. It's your turn. I nearly nicked it.
Right.
Just that kind of woman.
Cool, I'm going to wild card straight away. If you had 1 extra hour of free time every day, how would you use it? I'm going to go for 30 seconds with a wild card.
So I would simply use that time to get some extra headspace, head down to one of our gorgeous Cornish beaches and go and do some blue sky thinking, because I think we don't do that enough. So I would just head out, go and stand by the sea, walk with somebody I love, have a chat with them, and talk about life sometimes too, not just all work, but headspace by the sea.
Cool, excellent.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, what do you think that you could do better in your business? And I am going to give you a bit of time for that one.
Cool. I think everything. I think you can do everything better in a business. I don't think anyone who says that they can do everything perfectly is wrong. We're always striving to improve. I think that's always the really strong point of us. We never rest on our laurels. We're always looking at different parts of the company, seeing how we can improve. If we've had kind of a disagreement or a problem with a client or a producer, we look at that in isolation, see what we can learn from it and how we can improve and how that can't happen again next time. And we're always on that constant quest to improve. And I think some people are like that and some aren't. But we're as a team, we always want to be better because we want to be the best. And I think you can only do that if you really try and you try to improve and learn. Let's go for it. Do you get to do something at work every day that you love? If so, what is it? 1 minute.
Ooh, do I get to do something I love? Yes, because I love what I do. So the things I really love is I love going into the lab. I love seeing all the herbs and flowers and the oils first thing in the morning and smelling just that beautiful scent when you walk in there and looking at the colours. So that's fantastic. I love the challenge of my business because it kind of brings in something every day that I love about it. Some bits can be frustrating, but I wake up every morning, leap out of bed and think, yes, I love something every day. And I guess that the other thing that I really love, and I don't do it every day, is the work we do with people with cancer. So I love seeing when we've given somebody a spa treatment who's going through cancer, seeing how it affects them. I love that bit too. But yeah, I do something every day I love. Otherwise, what's the point of running a business?
There isn't.
So there we go. Right. So Danny, who was your childhood hero and why? I'm going to give you 30 seconds for that.
I would say that my childhood hero was Leonard Cohen from a very early age. It's just always something that's been on in the back of my in the car, in the house, and I've kind of there's a certain line in the Leonard Cohen song, and it's one called Anthem, and it says, "Ring the bells that still can ring, forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in." And I think if you understand that, it's very hard to be sad in life. So I would say he's definitely my hero.
I've got a painting that's named after that song.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, interesting.
Also, Wolverine is also my hero.
Right then, rock and roll.
Has the support you have received from Unlocking Potential made you alter your role as a business leader?
So I think the support from Unlocking Potential has been pretty pivotal for me in the last sort of 12 months. I think that visit to London and meeting Future Labs was amazing from a learning perspective. I think that having impartial support, so I mentioned before, being a business owner, you're on your own, and actually unlocking potential and the brains there are really, really helpful. And actually those the labs that they've run and joining up with other people like yourself, and that exchange of ideas has been really, really good. So I've definitely changed my game since I've been involved in Unlocking Potential, and I'm much more strategic and much more focused on the bottom line, not just grabbing everything. So it's been really fantastic for me. Yeah, brilliant.
Do you know earlier when I said you can't stop time, it looks like I can.
So I could have waffled on for hours.
I can stop time and did.
Anyhow, I think I did that in about
Cool,
that
I think
time.
you did, yeah.
So are you ready for another question? Okay, how does your team deal with setbacks? And I'll give this a rattle.
Setbacks. Well, I suppose we look at every kind of event that might have set us back, and that's how we learn. I think you learn the most from setbacks and mistakes you might have made. You're sure never to make them again if they were big mistakes. So I think it's a mixed blessing, a setback. Obviously something bad's happened, but you can really learn a lot, and that opens you up to a lot of different things. And I think some of our biggest kind of growth spurts have often happened after a setback. So it's not like you'd welcome a setback, but I think drawing the positives from one is something that we're very good at doing. Cool, I've only got one of these, so I think I'll go for a wild card. Name one goal for this year, and you'll give you 30 seconds.
Okay, I don't need 30 seconds. So my goal for this year is to hit the target that we've set for ourselves, and we've set two targets. So we've set a financial target, so we're going to hit that. And the other target we've hit in terms of the Made for Life Foundation is we've set ourselves a target of actually training 500 therapists across the UK to be able to welcome people with cancer. We're going to do both of those.
Cool.
So I've had two targets.
Cool.
Thanks for this time.
That's all right. I've enjoyed it too.
Good.
It has been good.
Oh, go to the pub now.
Yeah, okay.
Come on then. Right, you're round.